How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm finally gonna show you the big project I've been working on, like I said in the last video. So, as you can probably already see a bit in the footage in the background, you can see what it is, and you probably saw the title as well. It's basically a big map of the entire world I made. A geographically correct map of the world that you can use as a blueprint and can do just whatever you want with it. So the time-lapse in the background, as you can see, it's not the highest quality I would like. Basically that's because it's the first time I try to do a time-lapse in this way, and I basically recorded the video and had to take all these images out of it in order to make the time-lapse, which didn't really work out that good. But I think you can at least get an idea of how the whole process went. Basically the idea of this video is at the end I will just show you the entire creation, the entire blueprint, and just the finished product that you can use once you subscribe to the blueprint in the Steam Workshop. So when I was trying to create this blueprint, I actually did come against quite a lot of challenges to create it. It was pretty difficult. I never actually tried anything like this before and planned to. And the terrain tool it can be a little bit hard to work with, especially if you try to work with pathing and with all the fences, if you try to place those down. So what I first try to do is just get a basic layout of the entire world, like all the borders of the land, by placing down fences. So in that way I at least had a general idea of how I should shape the terrain to make a map of it that looked as closely as the world map as possible. So yeah, that did actually work. I used actual world map on my phone as a reference, and I used that to get it as good as possible. Yeah, so it actually went really well, and I got a really good map out of it. So the next challenge was, how am I gonna transfer that into like actual terrain, like I said. So what I first wanted to do is save the entire blueprint and put it really deep into the surface, and then raise up the fences, if you get what I mean. It's a bit technical. But I couldn't do that, because if you want to save a blueprint of fences, like as a habitat blueprint, you can't use more than, I don't know, I had something like 350 fence pieces. And when I tried to save my entire PC, the entire game crashed, and the blueprint didn't save. I tried also my brother's PC. He has a pretty good PC, but it didn't work over there as well. So I kind of started stressing out a bit, because like I said, I put a lot of work in it and it didn't really work out. So I did actually find a solution for it. Instead of bringing the whole fence structure down, I raised the terrain itself, so that it's like I put a whole bunch of flat terrain above the whole habitat, and then I raised the fences, so that I have like this really small edge of the fence on the terrain, so that I could see how I should shape the terrain. And I think in a bit you can actually see how I did that. Then I raised the terrain like so that's a little bit above the sea level, and then I like used all the borders, and I filled everything in, all the continents, and it did actually the end product. I think it's went really well. It's really correct, and so that's basically how I did everything. So how can you use this blueprint in your own zoo? That's basically the question. I purposely made this blueprint as small as possible, so that it wouldn't take in too much space if you want to put it in your zoo, like all the other blueprints on the Steam Workshop of a world map I saw. They are like really big and you can't really do anything with it, but with mine I think you can actually put some habitats in it, or maybe some shops or something like that. You can use it in any way you want. You can like like I tried it out with an elephant, and like you can put in an entire elephant habitat inside of Africa, and like you can do all kinds of crazy stuff. So anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed the time-lapse I made for you and the blueprint. I put a lot of time and effort in it, and I think it turned out really well, and yeah, I think definitely it can be used in a lot of ways. So if you like this kind of content, like these speed builds, please tell me in the comments if you want to see more of it, or maybe just some more regular episodes where I just maybe do some franchise. Actually, I have a franchise to already build that I could show you. So yeah, just tell me in the comments if you like this kind of content. Please consider subscribing. So anyway, have a nice weekend, guys, and see you later.